And we decided to come back. It's the Armchair Announcers Table podcast. I'm Johnny.
I'm Chuck.
Nah, Mike.
I'm trying to point to where you are. Okay. Guys, well, let's just. There's a lot going on out there in this crazy world of good old professional wrestling. Man, these two episodes, Raw and SmackDown this week, they were kind of all over the place. I mean, I wasn't. I don't know the word.
You weren't enthused. They had good
I
spots.
don't know the words to use because it's so friggin' boring and predictable. This is the road to WrestleMania, for God's sakes, and we can't. They
had
road.
moments.
Well, yeah, it had moments.
They had bits and pieces. They had moments, but then
our truth is back, baby.
Our truth
and that was one of the highlights.
That's the thing.
When our truth is our highlight, where have we gone?
But I love Priest. I think it's a good. I like the idea, but you built all this time on tag teams. Why those two?
Because I'm
all for it, but
they got nothing for Priest to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they're in jeopardy of losing him.
Yeah.
Well, they could be. I mean, here's a talent that, Chuck and I, Mike, you joined us for a couple of podcasts when we had our other channel for a while, but we all three were talking about how they were not using him right then. Then he broke loose from the Judgment Day, and we said, "All right, here we go." They give him the title, and then
nothing.
Transitional guy.
Yeah,
and they stick him with Bad Bunny
anymore. Everybody's a transitional guy anymore, with the exception of Cody and Roman.
And CM Punk.
Anybody.
Help me, guys.
How long is the cast? How long is the damn cast going to be?
Walk me through this. Walk me through. Bless our hearts. We love the business. We love professional wrestling. We love the storylines. But guys, I'm not finding any storylines. I mean, just the stuff that's popping in my head. I mean, you had the tag team gauntlet thing. And was that this week or was that last week?
No, that was that SmackDown. Yeah,
that was
with the machine guns. Yeah.
That disaster.
All
the hoopla with them coming in, make a run. Okay, now you're doing this.
Yeah, and all during while I'm watching, I actually forgot who the tag team champions were.
Yeah,
because we don't see much tag team wrestling much, and when we do, it's non-existent or insignificant teams.
Well, yeah, because they don't defend the titles.
I know
you don't see tag title matches
on
either brand.
No, no.
So we'll see.
I know.
So we're gonna talk about Dr. Wagner. Or are we gonna let that just?
I mean, like Mike said, how many more masked men are we going to see? And we're going to get to the Raw thing here in a minute when they had that crazy, I don't know what going on. And Hi-Ho Del Dr. Wagner Jr. Okay. The idea of a mask is not to know who you are. Isn't that right?
Normally.
So why isn't
I didn't know who he was.
I still don't know.
I guess they don't. There's not enough people. I don't know why we're bringing him in. There's so many people that they're not putting on TV.
It's that deal they got with him. It's got to be. There's got to be some kind of deal with, we're going to give you this much time, this many, every show you're going to have this or whatever.
Well, we're spending so much time backstage these days, and we're not doing much wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was listening. I listened I listened to Cornette's cast the other day, and he had a fan or something send in a comment that said he paid $700 per seat at a local SmackDown event in his town, whatever town it was, and they had 4 matches.
$700 per seat?
Yeah, for second row.
Okay, well,
they had 4 matches
stupid.
and tons of commercials. and a lot of backstage conversation. It was a SmackDown that was like the end of February or something with it.
Yeah.
But like Mike says, you got all these guys that aren't wrestling, but so they keep bringing in new people as the old people. I don't. I'm
Can you
just so
imagine?
confused and I'm so lost. And anybody watching the cast, comment, let us know if you're if I'm out of line, tell me I'm out of line. But what I'm seeing is just so baffling to me, and it's just not nothing's making sense. I mean, back in the day, back in the anyone would pick another era. I mean, after Royal Rumble, it's by God, let's focus, let's line it up, let's go, let's get Mania ready. This here, this here, this here. We got this storyline here, this story. Everybody's starting to bend and it's melding and it's starting to build, and we get to this crescendo where we should already start crescendoing now, but my God, we're not even close.
Not
I mean,
at
we're not
all.
close.
Who is buying these tickets? Who is this show? Who is these shows for?
Who's the
Can
Hey,
y'all
does
imagine?
anybody who's watching the product right now, I wouldn't buy those kind of tickets right now.
Can you
I mean,
imagine?
2 years ago, I took my grandson up here, back down here in Oklahoma City. It cost me $60 each, and we were top level, front row, middle, right by, or the ring was right there, and $60.
Yeah.
SmackDown came back here, or Raw came back here about 4 months ago. Those same tickets were $275 each.
Yep. Thank you, TKO.
Yeah.
That's
for
stupid.
for this. So I don't know.
Right.
It's just
Well,
all over the place.
but
We're gonna bounce around. I mean,
yeah.
whether
Well, the big one was, of course, Cody taking the title back. And again, this goes with what we were saying. I don't.
why?
Again,
Can one of you
and
tell me why?
I had no clue, but I kept reading because I figured somebody's got to have an idea. And everything I ran
Enlighten
across
me.
is that the management, whoever the hell that is, whoever that's decided on this week, TKO or Triple H or whoever the hell's
Yeah,
doing
well,
it,
I'm gonna talk about that in a second too. Go.
they just take for granted. They said that it's a better draw to have Cody and Orton than it is to have McIntyre and Orton, and that McIntyre and Fatu are a bigger, have a
Then put them
bigger
in a
thing
fatal
going
four way
on.
and get them all in there at the same time.
And McIntyre's leaving to go make Highlander here soon, so they had to get the belt off of him. But why you couldn't do all that in a and I'm not a huge 4-way guy, but
Right.
it would be something. I'm an Orton fan, always have been, but come on, man, you got to
Well,
get Rhodes doesn't Rhodes turn Rhodes heel, do something, do something.
Well, this is the third year in a row he's gonna have the main event. Am I right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you let Roman win the Rumble.
And the other main event is
And he
Roman
had
and Punk.
and he's been at a Raw once since Rumble? Twice? I mean, how can you build if the
Maybe
guy
2.
that's Roman?
Maybe
There's
2.
not even there.
Yeah, I mean, how can you build
And
if he doesn't even show up? I don't
I think
to
that's
create the
part of
build.
yeah.
It's just now
That's part of the
I was happy to see Jimmy and Jay
Punk
get,
promo.
you know,
Yeah.
I was
At
happy to
least
see
they're
Jimmy
throwing that
and Jay.
in. Yeah.
They're
At
doing
least they're throwing
something.
that in the Punk promo. Your cousin's not here. At least they're throwing that out there again.
They're
But
doing something.
Not
But
enough.
right, not
I mean,
enough.
I don't know. It's just,
That's all over the place. The Sami Zayn thing.
mm-hmm.
They got a few things out there that you don't know. Is Jimmy and Jay going to turn heel? Is Punk going to turn heel? Is Sammy's going to. Just a matter of who, when, and where.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you can always tell when Sammy's going to peak because you can always look at and see, okay, when are they going to go overseas again? And then he starts to peak.
right.
So he
Right.
can make the overseas thing, and then he's
Right.
back down to bullshit.
Yeah,
So,
there's I don't know, they do this Sammy thing all the time, and
right.
it was there's just so much going on, and then you had the women's gauntlet match, and why does Bailey win to go against AJ Lee?
I don't understand. Again,
She's
just
still supposedly a
sell
face.
merch.
So why put her in there?
Mhm.
There's have so many talented females right now.
I mean, give somebody else a shot. I mean, you know she's gonna win and she's gonna carry the title into Mania, you know. So, let Ivy Nile win. What the hell? Give her a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Let Raquel
If
win.
anybody if anybody watches NXT, their women down there are women in NXT are pretty damn good.
Well, I know. Well, that's why they keep bringing them
I
up.
mean, good lord, they can go, and why you keep
That's the same problem
rehashing
with the men.
rehashing Bailey and Asuka.
I mean, all three of us sit here and said after Rumble, we didn't do a cast on. Weren't ready yet, but when we talked about, we talked about the Rumble, how the women just outshine the men. Top to bottom, front to back, whatever. There's so many ladies right now that are just blowing the doors off this thing. But even those storylines are kind of crooked because you got Tiffany Stratton not going for the world championship. She's going to be looks like she's going to be going for the US title.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't get it. I can't wrap my head around it.
And the Cargill Rhea thing, and who knows, there's all kinds of backlash coming out about Cargill and backstage issues, which she had that at AEW too. So if that's, I tend to think that's not a not a work. That's probably legit.
Well, she's one of those that she's not doing. I mean, people are probably pissed that here she is. She doesn't wrestle hardly at all. And then she finally gets in. They put the belt on her, and then she doesn't even defend the title. And now she's going to Mania after not defending the title since she's got the belt. I mean, what's
Exactly
going on? I mean, that's Lesnar stuff. You're telling me that she's she's the level of a Brock Lesnar?
That's exactly
we could all understand when Lesnar had the title and he did whatever the hell he wanted to do, which I read another rumor today, which we'll get to in a minute about Lesnar. But she's
no Lesnar.
Everything is just all over the place, and I don't see any resemblance of order. And maybe it'll all come together, and I'll be the biggest asshole in the room and say, "Okay, you did it. You got me. Good job, guys."
I was sitting down the day before yesterday. I was sitting down and going over it, and you got all this stuff and these new guys coming up, new girls coming up, this. But right now, what is Punk and Reigns, Orton and Rhodes, Bailey and AJ.
No, that's next week on SmackDown.
I know, but I'm saying this the build up.
You mean this
is what they're rivalry? This is what they're doing right now,
right?
Charlotte and Bliss together again,
which is probably going to split up, and they're going to go against each other, which nobody wants to see
again.
All right, go
Sami
ahead.
Zayn.
Yeah, who's he going to go against?
But who knows? But my point is, they got all this, new era and new era of wrestling, and all these new, and everything is old story.
All the old guys,
Jimmy and Jay and Punk, which and that could be something good. Possibly,
it could. I'm already seeing Punked out. I'm done.
But that's what I mean.
I'm done.
It could be good
because he has nobody to go against.
Right?
No. What we have said. I've said this for years, and and for those viewers who are darning to tune in, we've been watching wrestling since the 70s. Yes. You don't keep the belt on a face for any length of time because the fun of the game is the good guy chasing the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got Cody with the belt, you got Punk with the belt, you've got Stephanie with the belt. They were going to put Rhea. The whole system of wrestling is, I guess, it's just changed, and I'm an old fart, and I just can't change the ways it's going to the new world. I guess I don't.
Well, they've changed that. Yeah, they've changed a lot of it, and if they're going to, we talked about even redo the bloodline or something like that, just for something. But Roman's not around long enough to do it.
No, and so if you don't have Roman, you don't have the bloodline,
right? So what do you?
His smarmy little delivery was what made the bloodline what it was. And then Heyman gets hurt.
They tried to give it to Solo, and that didn't work.
Solo can't even talk.
He can't do it.
He can't carry it.
But you got Jimmy, Jay, Fatu, and Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a good something.
Well, it could be,
but you got the Tongas,
the MFTs over here. Which you can take the 3 Tonga kids and let them take JC for the comic relief or whatever. The guy gets beat up all the time. Everybody has to have one. That'd be a nice foursome. And you take the Usos and, like you say, Fatu and Solo. There's 4 on 4 there. That's good. That's good.
Something.
But they're keeping them on opposite shows,
right?
Which they kind of have to. But it rolls back to the situation of you got so many people on both shows and you only have 4 matches per show. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
There's they got so many commercials. They got so much backstage interviews. They got so much. That's where they're doing the build is the backstage stuff, which is fine. But you can't do all of that backstage stuff and have all of those commercials and create a decent show.
The only payoff you get anymore is whatever happens on that opening segment.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
And then that happens later on in the show.
Right. And now let's go to the opening segment on Raw.
Oh.
Why?
Seth is not he's not healthy, I'm assuming.
I'd assume
because that's the whole you don't know where he's at, so they can't attack him, blah blah shit. And they better do something. They got to do something else with the division, whether somebody else is coming to join them or something. Because I like Theory and Paul, but neither one of them is a main, a leader. They need another body in there for something.
And Brock's not going to be there enough to carry that.
Right.
Well, you bring up a good point there, Mike. In your opinion, as it stands right now, Mike.
Yes.
Who is Brock Lesnar facing at WrestleMania? Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking LA Knight, and then
I just,
I don't know where they're going.
I mean, he's supposed to be back this week on Monday Night Raw.
Now there's talk about him not wanting to lose.
Yeah, that's what I read today. He said he told Triple H rumor that I'm going to go on a retirement tour, but I'm not losing.
I would like to see.
But who's to say WrestleMania is his retirement?
No. He said he's gonna do the retirement thing. But when I go to my retirement thing, my last match, I'm not losing.
Which fine, whatever. That goes because I was putting that because that goes back to I still think they're setting up for Oba. I really do.
But then he'd have to lose to Oba. You can't.
Really?
I'm sorry.
The dumb shit that they've done lately. You really think he has to lose to Oma?
Well, I mean, maybe they'll let him. Maybe they'll let Lesnar wrestle Penta.
Maybe they're setting up for work, and it's the new Montreal screw job, and
who knows?
Maybe the whole thing's a work.
You could have Lesnar, have Heyman. I don't know. Have Heyman cheat for him. You can have Oba win and Lesnar go after. You could do different things, but if not, what the hell are you going to do with Oba?
Well, I just figured it out.
Yeah.
You've got
They're
going to
put Lesnar against Oba, and then Lesnar on the way to the ring is going to get cursed. Whoa!
There you go.
I'm a friggin' genius.
I don't know. I read somebody else talking about, or maybe it was one of y'all saying that Lesnar just came in and demolish everybody and F5 the referee and just go out.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just let him demolish everybody and let him leave. I'm with it.
Go for it.
Something different.
I've had it. I'm done. Bang, 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 bang. I'm out of here. Here you go.
Give one to Paul Heyman too.
Just
take out as they
go. So where do you think Heyman does come back? I mean, he's going to come back right before Mania he's going to come back as.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he's going to come. I don't know.
Is he going to come back?
I don't know who it's going to be.
Division.
But I think he's going to come back with a third member of the Vision of my assumption. That's what I say. But
yeah,
I don't know.
There's just so much.
You can't leave Paul and Theory by themselves. I mean,
that's not enough.
What are you going to do? I mean, they're going to have to go for the tag titles if you leave them by themselves,
right?
You got the Usos against Paul and Theory. There you go. You got your WrestleMania match if you want it,
right? But
if you want
you've got Rollins as a third member, so the Vision needs a third member.
That's why I think Rollins is going to face Lesnar. if he comes back. Now, according to Pierce, he's hurt. Now, is he really hurt? I don't know. Did they? He might still be recuperating, and they had to bring him back because they got nobody left in the division. I
Right.
don't know.
So I'm sorry if you're not 100% healthy and you're going to throw him in there with Lesnar.
Well, that's true.
That's
If he's not 100%, of course he won't go against Lesnar.
right.
But what do you? I mean, it's just they've had so many injuries that it keeps screwing everything up. But then again, I say that, but they weren't doing anything in any kind of order
I was
anyway.
gonna say who was
So they didn't
yeah
screw anything up.
because
I
this
don't
is it this Friday that's Lesnar is it
It's
it's
Monday.
SmackDown it's or is it Raw
It's Raw.
that's Raw. Sorry, confused.
Yeah.
I mean, and you still got what 6 weeks before Mania, so they may not announce who his opponent's going
Monday
to be
night they
until the
said there
week
was
before.
40 days, so whatever the hell that is.
Yeah. So 5,
So
6 weeks. So
it's just all over the place still. There's a lot of things that I'm not happy with that nobody listens to me, so I have to yell at you guys for it. So, Julia is still our US champion, and she hasn't defended the title in how long? Yeah. Cargill is still our women's champion. She hasn't defended the title. AJ Lee, now she's gonna defend it this next week,
and
supposedly
she
against
said she's a
Bayley.
fighting.
Uh,
She said she's a fighting champion.
yeah,
Let her go.
yeah, okay. Well,
Maybe we'll
there's
get
just
lucky and they'll throw Becky in for a 3-way.
now.
Well, and what happened to the Bella twins? Like
Yeah.
where'd they go?
Well, they're probably like the rest of the
not a fan of them,
legends.
but
They're gonna be the pay-per-view
yeah,
people. They're gonna show up for a little they may show up 2 or 3 weeks before Mania and
2
go
weeks
out there and,
before.
It'd be nice if
create
they just get away from all these legends for a while. And just you got enough new people. Do
Well, the
something.
problem they got is they're not pushing enough of the new people, so nobody but see, hell, they're still paying $700 for row B at SmackDown to watch 4 matches, so I guess, hell, it doesn't matter. Somebody's buying the tickets.
I was going with thinking about Mike's prediction of the Bella twins, and I can really see them letting Charlotte and Alexa win the titles and have the Bellas go after them at Mania.
Well
I mean, just for more of that shit.
well, I got to looking at what we know right now, and as far as what we know, you've got the men's world title and the women's world title are both gonna be at Mania. There's 2. Well, that's 4 matches right there.
Right.
Most amount of matches, what they're gonna be able to do is like 7 each night.
7 each night. Yeah.
That's 14, so there's 4 right there. Okay. Now, you're gonna have Balor and Mysterio.
Right.
That's 5. You're gonna
Or
have
it's gonna be a tag match.
well, let's just assume you're gonna have Balor Mysterio as a match at Mania. There's
Right.
5. Now, your 6th match, you're gonna have Lesnar. That's number 6. You're gonna have McIntyre and Fatu. There's 7. So we've already got 1 night filled right now. You got enough for 1 night that you got 4 title matches and those 3 off matches. There's 7 matches already. There's only 7 spots left.
Mhm.
What are you gonna do with them?
Yeah.
I mean, the Americanos.
Well, the I figure that'll be a SmackDown or a Raw. They can't.
You
There's
don't
no
think they'll
way.
do that on?
Well, I just don't see them putting it on Mania. I mean, the only reason I'd love for it to be a Mania match. I think it'd be a fun match. Mask versus mask, Americano versus Americano, whatever, however they want to do it. But when you only got 7 matches left that you can put on the show. Is that one of your top 7 when you're talking about there's the 7? Because I just said because now if that's what I just said, we haven't mentioned LA Knight, we haven't mentioned the tag titles, we haven't mentioned
any tag titles,
US titles, no IC
MF
titles.
Yeah.
I mean,
the MFTs, the
well, there's
Wyatts,
another one I didn't. Becky and AJ. That's an IC title. That's another Mania match. That's 8.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So now we're down to only maybe 6 matches that you can have at Mania.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're not doing any storylines because they got no room. Because they got to run so many friggin' commercials that they can only go 6 or 7 matches each night.
That's what made me really curious is each night of Mania going to be 4.5 hours because they got to plug in even more freaking commercials.
Well, that's the thing. It used to be Mania used to
Damn
be 4
thing's gonna start
hours.
at 4 o'clock.
It used to be 4
Yeah.
hours, and it used to be a minimum of 3 matches per hour, which gave you 12 matches in the original Mania. You had 12 matches in
Right.
one night in a 4-hour show. Well, now they're averaging 1.5 matches an hour these days because of all the commercials and the backstage bullshit and all the talk. I mean,
Mhm.
you're only going 3.5 hours each night, so you're talking two matches an hour with all the commercials, so you're talking 6, maybe 7 a night, and so you're what are you gonna do?
Mhm. Yeah,
Which
unless they like you said, unless they got so many and they figure out some way to throw in a couple of hell, who knows? Maybe you still got Oba squashing people. Hell, throw him out there for a 3-minute match.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would, but if they're, you know, trying to get more people in or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to tell.
you possibly have a double turn, you could possibly go Trick against Sammy and Sammy go bad and Trick go good. They're trying to move them both anyway. You can do that pretty
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Um, but it's such a quagmire right now, and I just don't know which you
Mhm.
know, by
Yeah,
this
and you got
time.
the pre-shows that
Yeah,
you throw
yeah,
1 or 2 matches on both of those.
and they
Then
always
you
do
got the Andre the Giant.
they do it well, that's usually on SmackDown the night before,
That's right, I
and
forgot. That
you
used to be
put
the
that on SmackDown, then you can probably throw in 3 or 4 more matches on SmackDown to get rid of some of these people. You might do your US titles or IC titles, not SmackDown,
Mhm.
and that gives them
Yeah.
the 3 nights in a row thing, but they're doing the Hall of Fame after SmackDown again, which means they're gonna probably cut SmackDown pretty it's gonna be pretty cheesy and pretty limited because they gotta, tear down the ropes and put all the podium and all that shit in the ring so they can do because 'cause they're doing the Hall of Fame stuff right after
Right after
SmackDown in the
SmackDown.
arena, so
Yeah.
what a
Well,
mess.
those would be cheap tickets to get.
What a mess. Yeah. It's just it's
Can you
just all over
imagine?
the place.
Can you imagine explaining to Papa, to y'all's dad, a $700 ticket to a wrestling event?
It's hard enough to explain it to me, much less them, you know? Yeah, I mean,
So
that's
ridiculous.
yeah, well, but even I mean, like I said, even upper deck front row was $200 per ticket. I mean, you can't take a kid, you
No.
know? And then they've
No, I
made
remember
it
I
that
remember yeah, I remember taking 3 of my kids and my wife at the time, and it was like $120
yeah, I mean,
for 5 of us
they've
to
turned
get in.
they've turned the WWE into a G-rated program,
Mhm.
and you can't take a kid to it without spending, it's like a baseball game, same thing, that they've jacked the prices up so high you can't take a kid to go enjoy what should be enjoyed by the kids.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just
Well, now and also
if you can tell I'm a little flustered right now.
Mhm.
all the people that dropped the money to go to WrestleMania don't want to go back to Vegas again because they were just there last year
Well, right, and again, Vegas isn't a kid place.
at
I'm
all,
sorry.
especially
You
now.
Yeah.
you're taking it's a kid thing or, a big demographic for it, and you're
Mhm.
having it in the one place in the United States that you don't wanna take kids to hang
Yeah,
out at.
yeah, and
I
I
know
mean,
they've
It's
tried to
smart.
make it more kid friendly, but yeah, it's not.
well, I mean, I was again with
It's
Elimination
not.
Chamber in Chicago. I was reading some stuff on there, and they were a guy posted with the timestamp on it. An hour before the show, he still showed the Ticketmaster online ticket sales that were still available. I
Yeah.
That's
mean,
crazy.
a third of the floor seats were still available an
Mhm.
hour before the show.
Hell, you remember when,
So they must have upgraded a lot of people in the upper
no,
deck. "Here, take
they
a
did
floor seat,"
drag
take
them down.
and then just let anybody come in general admission, go sit where you can find an open chair at the I mean,
Mhm.
there's no way they filled that pla there's no way, because an hour before the show, every ticket's still available.
And I remember my old ass is, when we were watching it years ago, that was a big deal. Hell, WrestleMania and these big ones are sold out an hour after the tickets go on sale.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
that was 80, 90,000. That was the damn Silver Dome. That was
Uh-huh.
man. They were just selling out.
But even here,
You had
I
to.
mean, here in Oklahoma
But
City, whenever the last big WWE event I went to was back in the early 2000s when we had The Rock and The Undertaker and
oh
Austin. They
yeah.
were all here, SmackDown or Raw, whatever. I don't
Hmm.
remember which one it was, but I paid $10 a ticket.
Yeah.
It was upper deck. It was almost at the top of the arena, but it was $10 a ticket.
Yeah.
Those tickets right now for SmackDown are $80.
Easy, and that's here.
Yeah,
That's not in your big towns.
I mean that's
I mean, I know Oklahoma City's big, but
that's the upper deck against the wall. I don't know. They want to make it family friendly, but then they don't let the family get in. So I don't. But I digress.
Yeah.
Got any rumors you want to share that you've been listening to out there?
I think it's a lot of them out there. I mean, the
Anybody
Cargill thing, the
anybody
Lesnar
moving
thing.
one way or the other that y'all have heard of? I haven't heard any names about jumping ship or I mean
Flipping over.
The Jericho train is still flying.
A little bit. It's died down though.
I don't
It's
think it's
not as
going to
big.
happen.
But do they really need him?
No,
Do they really want him? What are
I,
they gonna
I'm
do with
sure.
him?
I'm sure they want him, but
Yeah.
They're spread thin enough as it is.
Yeah.
They don't.
yeah.
It's. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why.
What do they?
Well, here's one. Here's one that I heard. I was going to bring that. I'm glad you said that.
What's that?
So, because I was talking about the Paul Heyman, they're going to have to get somebody else in the vision. I'm assuming,
Right.
at some point.
Right.
What's to stop good old Royce Keys from becoming? Got to have something for him to do.
Well,
I heard he's doing dark matches.
Yeah.
But
oh, he is. See, I hadn't even read that they're even letting him in the dark matches.
Yep.
From what I've seen, all he's doing is interviews.
No, he's doing some dark. He's doing a few dark matches.
Well, and I still don't understand why let him come to Rumble if you're not going to do anything with him immediately.
Yep.
It was a waste. It was a waste. Unless I still think there was a limited number of people that wanted to make the trip to Saudi Arabia. My opinion.
Oh, I'm sure it had something to do with it.
I mean, there's no other reason Gunther goes double that night.
Yeah.
There's no other reason other than the fact that they didn't have any more talent.
That's another one. We haven't even talked about Gunther being in Mania.
Yeah.
The hell's he going to do?
I don't know.
Who's he going after?
Well, right now, nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about him and Brock for the longest time.
Right.
That's
there's not going to have
on that.
Yeah. No.
Lesnar would have to lose to Gunther.
Yeah. You can't.
Gunther's the new darling, man.
You can't let Lesnar. Yeah, you can't let Lesnar beat Gunther. Not now. Not right now.
Not right now.
No. I'm with you, Mike. I think he ought to go after fucking Mysterio. Bury that.
They need to let Gunther and Lesnar go at it. Gunther puts him in a sleeper hold. We get the screw job.
Well, if the only
Triple H comes out and Lesnar F5s everybody.
Well,
I don't know.
I think the only way that Lesnar and Gunther go is if they do the old Goldberg Lesnar thing, where Gunther comes out, he pops him once real quick. They come out a second time and Gunther pops him again, and the third time Lesnar gets the win and he retires. That's the only way I see that going. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. If Lesnar's saying I'm not going to lose my last match, Gunther ain't going to be his last.
No, like you can't do that to him.
Not with what they've already built.
Not with as much of a buildup as they've had. There's no way.
No, the way they've built up Gunther, the storyline that they're playing with Gunther, you can't.
They've backed themselves into a corner.
But we sit here and say you can't. Watching
they got the new writer too.
Watching Unreal, like I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and one thing that amazes me is that is that me or is that you? Oh, I keep hearing popping. Another reason I think we're having so many problems with the storylines is there's so many writers for one match. They come out and you see it online that match was produced by Shane Helms, Bobby Roode, and Michael Hayes. Okay, why did it take 3 people to do
Yeah.
one match? Back in the 80s and 90s, Rhodes would say, "Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You two here, you need to get a little juice, and we need to get this, and you're gonna hear it. And before it's over, I want you to do this. Now go get them." Why does it take 3 guys to produce one match?
Yeah.
There's too many irons in the fire here.
Um,
So
Like
there's
they're
no
bankrupt with
there's no
ideas.
yeah, there's no
yeah.
steady storyline. There's no uh, I just think the guys are going to the ring with so much information that they're saying, "Oh shit, who told me to do what? Okay, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. I need to do this. I need to do
And
that."
I think they're having to do that with a lot of the younger guys. I'm assuming. I
With
don't see
what?
them doing that. I don't see them doing that with Rollins and Gunther and that kind of group. But
Oh,
I
I
don't know
don't know.
how much. Okay, the Netflix show, you were
Unreal.
Unreal. How much of that you think is actually legit, and how much of that is still staged?
Oh, I
That's
think
my question.
I
Watching some
think
of it, I think some of it's like, man,
I
I
think
don't
some
know.
of the talk. Well, from the talk I see in the creative room, that looked pretty legit to me.
That looks pretty real.
When
Yeah,
Road Dogg was pissed.
yeah,
Road Dogg was pissed when they started
yeah,
fucking with R-Truth. He was pissed,
yeah.
and, uh, I think some of that's real. Now the stuff where they see him it sitting in Gorilla and saying certain things and running in and that, I think some of that might but no, there's a
Right,
camera on them. These people grew up with a camera on 'em. These guys,
right,
all these
right.
producers,
They know.
they know there's a camera on and they know how to act for a camera. So, hey, it's great. I mean, if
Mhm.
it's staged, so what? It still gives you a back behind the scenes look. But the thing about
Yeah.
the behind the scenes look is you're just destroying what we grew up with
Oh,
wrestling.
yeah.
Nobody
That's
knew
why I
what's
haven't
going on behind the scenes.
I've
Nobody
I've
knows what's going on back there,
Yeah.
and you're not supposed to know what's going on back there.
yeah, I've
But
watched a couple of them, and I don't watch a whole lot because of that reason. I still
I'm with
I
you.
I miss the good guys coming out over here and the bad guys coming out over here.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
when they went backstage, they went to their separate areas. I
yeah,
miss
yeah,
the
yeah,
little things.
yeah. Well, there was back in the 70s, back in the 80s, whenever I went to a lot of the local Mid South stuff here,
Mhm.
I remember I was there whenever I saw Jake the Snake go from a bad guy to a good guy, and I remember which aisle is he gonna go back?
Yeah, where's he
He
going?
came
Yep.
out as a bad guy. Is he gonna go down the aisle
Yeah,
with the good guys? And
yeah.
damn straight he did. You know,
Mhm.
you keep up
Yep.
in in the time before that, I used to wait around outside and watch them leave. You would always see Terry Taylor driving his own car because they'd go to Tulsa that night. They do Oklahoma City in the afternoon, Tulsa at night. Every time they came into town, uh, you'd see Terry Taylor drive out all by himself in a car. You'd see the Rock and Roll Express drive out in a car by themselves, and you'd always see the heels in the same car. You see, you know, Eddie Gilbert and his guys in one car, and you'd never see people together,
No.
and that was the fun of wrestling. That was the fun of it, and
Yes.
we've lost a lot of that because of the internet and because of everybody knows what's going on, but
Yeah. Well, and everybody's gotta know. Everybody wants to be the first one to break the story. Everybody wants
sure,
to be the first one to be right,
sure,
and I just
sure. But it's still, I'm still not giving up on it, guys.
nah,
It's
still
still my
still
favorite pastime, enjoying it, digging it, watching it. I still scream and holler whenever something fun happens because I still like to lose myself in it when I watch it. I really do. I still like to
you
lose
have
myself a
to.
little bit.
Yeah, it's that little bit of it's
That's
yeah,
why I
it's that
scream.
little bit of not the real world.
Well,
It's just nice
that's
just
why I
to
scream and yell
disappear
so much
into it.
during our podcast. That's why we started this thing, so
Yeah,
I could let it out.
yeah.
I could give my opinion, and I want my story back. I want my soap opera back. I want my characters back. I want my ability to scream at the TV, and it's just
Well, that's just it. They've got some decent characters. They do.
yes, yes,
I think they're flooded with them. I
I
think
think
that's the
they're
problem.
spreading themselves
Right,
thin. Yeah.
right. I think they've got too many.
yeah, and again, I'm going to fall back to what I've already said before. Sorry about you viewers if I'm repeating myself. That's what I do. I'm 63. We
Does
do
a
that
lot.
shit. Okay, old people do that shit, but when you get too many writers involved, you lose a character's road
the path they're on.
or
Yeah.
path, or you just, I was not a Trick Williams fan till Mike kept telling me, you need to watch him. You need to watch him. The kid, I think he could be so good by watching him a little more closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But why does he come out and get jobbed by Randy Orton at the opening of Raw for no reason whatsoever?
They could have put anybody in that spot. That was such a
Makes no sense.
Why?
Why burn him like that?
I mean, I get why you got Rusev out there getting popped by Obaf. I get it.
I don't even get that.
Well,
they buried
Rusev,
him so bad.
They've given him the shaft ever for. I don't know who he's pissed off, but the first time when he came in and he was beating everybody, then Cena drops him in his first pay per view. I don't know who did that, and I don't know what he did to piss anybody off. But they've never given him the.
I really and I haven't heard it, so this is just my opinion from watching it. It may be something to do with him because they did the same thing at AEW. He was big, destroying people. Then all of a sudden,
could be
he's gone and he's back in WWE doing the same shit. So I don't know.
Could be very well, very well could be. But I mean, they got a lot of good kids. They got a lot of good kids. If they can just get somebody to start driving the storyline. I mean,
they got a good little story that's starting to brew on NXT. With I don't know how much of it you've watched. Mike, you watch it at all?
No, not here lately.
I catch it. I catch some highlights on occasion.
They're starting this little group that just took on Regal's kids called Birthright.
Okay.
And it's Pillman's kid.
Okay.
It's Regal's kid. One of Fit Finley's kids. Santino Marella's daughter and her husband. So it's a unique touch.
But in NXT, you have that opportunity to play with it like the territories where you got the small arena, you're in the, the I don't know, the local military base, whatever, where, you had the show where you had like 45 people watching the show. You've got that small little thing that you can do it like the territories used to be done. That's why NXT is so good. But then they bring them up to the big show and you just lose.
That's what I was going to say.
You just
little
lose
things like that are starting
lost.
to build. And then they bring them into the arenas and they repackage them and do something different and just
get lost in the mix.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last, I guess we were running about 42 minutes here, so we can cut it.
I need to wrap it up.
The last big, I guess, great storyline I can recall in WWE, I guess, would have to be the Bloodline. And I can't recall anything. And that's been what, 4 years, 5 years?
Oh yeah, the last big one that actually had a story that. I mean, they've had other stories,
but has anything else had any teeth to it?
Nah.
That's the only one that I can recall.
Was that before? Was that before or after the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going after the tag titles?
That was during, because they went after the Usos for the titles.
Right.
That's when Sami split from the Bloodline. And the Bloodline was still together. You still had Uso and Solo and Roman. You still had them together.
So that whole thing was good. That was the last that I can remember.
Well, that was
because it was good to tune into every week.
Go ahead, Mike. You want to jump in?
I was just going to say potentially the Wyatt Six. I mean, I think it had
potentially, yeah.
They had the potential there. That one grabbed me when it first started.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
I remember calling Johnny and saying, "Hey, this is pretty cool.
Something different.
Yes.
Something new."
But it fizzled so fast.
Which goes back Gacy and drawing a blank.
Rowan?
The other one, not Rowan. The other one.
Oh. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
The psychopath.
Yeah.
Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, Loomis.
They're both so good at NXT, and then they bring them up, and
Do
I
nothing.
thought, okay, cool.
And you do nothing. Because there's nowhere to put them.
That's the flock.
You know, you can't.
Exactly. It's a modern day flock.
You can't. Yeah, nice move there. You just, there's just, I don't know. I just wish TKO would let them go. Let go.
That's got to be it.
You know,
that's got to be
and
it surprises me because it's not like the UFC is ultra kid friendly.
No, they're not. Well, they're all about money. It's all if you took half the commercials out, you could add another 2 storylines every night. And you could actually have another 2 matches every night.
If you take the Yeats out, you could get another match in every night.
Exactly. I mean, you go to a wrestling program to, watch wrestling, and you get 4 matches in a 2.5, 3-hour show.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even Logan Paul came out the other day and said that he was there. Some of the wrestlers, including himself, were a little pissed off about the ring in the ring advertising.
All the ads.
He said they're slippery. He said people are slipping and falling all the time.
Which I didn't hear that. That makes sense though with all the recent slips and falls and trips.
He said the bigger the logo, the slipperier it is.
The more color.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's all about money, man.
It's all about the merch.
Sure it is.
It's all about
merchandise. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the main reason that I've read that they brought in Danhausen. I mean, he sells merch out the ass.
We've seen him every show so far.
Yeah,
throwing out shirts,
selling shirts.
Yeah. And he's gonna be a backstage thing. They got, and I know the whole curse thing is his whole deal. And I I don't know.
It's all about merch.
Yeah,
it's going to do what they wanted to do, and if that's what I mean, but then again, that's aimed at the kids.
Sure,
but the kids are having a hard time getting into the show because the tickets are so fucking high.
Yeah,
so I don't know, guys. I just here I am again saying the same stuff over and over all night long because it's just. Because it is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is.
And I guess we're no more fancy suits for Seth. I guess it's all going to be all black masks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say he's going to no more blonde hair until Mania. I mean, he's going to go into Mania. He'll be the badass. Go to Mania, win his match. If he's wrestling, he'll win his match, and then come Monday Night Raw, he'll come out and do the big thing, and I think he'll be Seth again, unless they do something still with the Vision. I don't know. That's one storyline that I would like to see. That I'm actually looking forward to seeing every week to see what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but then again, anything.
Have you heard
Paul Heyman? He turned
anything. Have you heard anything
on?
Have you heard anything on Breaker? I haven't heard a word.
I said he's going to be out indefinitely.
Yeah, see, that's another one. I was loving watching him and his rise, and he was man.
That was a huge loss.
Yeah,
at this timing, that was a huge, huge loss. I think that's the only reason they called Roman back. I mean, I think Breaker was going to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
But he got hurt very briefly after the Rumble. I don't know. That whole Rumble win was really messed up for me. But whatever. They still don't call me and ask my opinion, but they need to. Again, just hop on here and leave me a message, you guys at the gorilla position. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. Jeez. But anyway, back in the day when you could go to Elimination Chamber with a cage made of solid steel and nobody bleeds.
Yeah, not the chain link.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway. But that's about all I got this night, guys. What do you got? Anything else?
I got nothing else.
No, I don't think so.
Well, if anything else pops up between now and our next scheduled podcast. We'll get on here and we'll yell and scream at each other a little bit more and make it sound like we know what we're talking about. Well, but we kind of do. So we're going to, like I say, well, as soon as we get a little bit more in depth and in tune and rolling on this thing, we're going to start doing some live casts, live reactions to Raw and pay-per-views of premium live events. Excuse me. We're planning on very much so being live during WrestleMania. We're going to be building up to that, and if we find anything else new we need to throw out here before our next cast that we're going to be doing, which will be next week, we will do it. And stay tuned. We're going to be trying to do some old reaction to some old stuff. We're working on the way to get that done as well. So stay in touch. Subscribe, like, hit the little bell icon. That way it'll bing every time we do throw something up here, and share us and get some more people on here. Give us some comments.
Comment.
Let us know what you think and give us something to talk about, because one thing we can do is talk.
Gotta be good at something.
Got no fucking reaction to that either. Anyway, all right, fellas. Appreciate you coming in. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Later.